like to start over. So don't bother us. We don't want any more letters or phone calls. You're out of our lives now, Miriam.
Charles.
Well, how did the visit with Miriam go?
Fine. Everything went just fine.
Are you sure everything went all right? You seem a little edgy.
Really?
Nancy, what's going on?
Oh, Charles, I'm just a bundle of nerves. After seeing Miriam like that, I don't know, it's too much for me.
Well, I guess that's because you have a big heart.
Charles, I know you're upset, too. The last thing you need is someone else to comfort.
Well, what are we going to do?
At least we have each other for support.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad about that.
You know, Charles, those doctors and nurses at that hospital are no help. I mean, they don't really even care about her.
What do you mean?
Well, they've shoved her off in some dingy little room all by herself. The poor thing, if anything would happen, nobody would even know about it.
Now, you holding something back from me? Did something happen?
No, look, no. But I'll tell you this, Miriam did call the nurse and she wanted to see if she could have a drink. So we rang the bell and, gosh, it must have been 10 minutes before anyone came. Eventually, I had to go to the nurse's station myself. You know, I know it's minor, but suppose she had been really hurt and she needed help.
Well, then what else can we do?
I'm just afraid for her safety, Charles.
But she's at the best facility in the area.
Is she? I think she deserves better. I mean, they're not really helping her there.
Well, what do you suggest?
I think for the kind of special care and concern that she needs for her thing, I think a rehabilitation center would be the best.
Do you mean an asylum?
Now, Charles, it's not like that anymore. You know,
Nancy, that is an option I will not even consider.
Well, what are you achieving by keeping her at Kingsley General?
I'm providing the medical assistance she needs.
Well, it's more than physical, Charles. Drug dependence is psychological, too. They're not even touching on that there.
Oh, Nancy, I can't bear the thought of Miriam being far away. I want her to be close by.
Charles, I don't think you're being fair to Miriam. Every time she sees us, she realizes how ill she is, and that frustrates her. You know, we want to help her, but we're slowing down her recovery. I think it'd be best if she was far away from us.
I know, but Nancy, those places are nightmares. They're filled with lunatics.
Oh, no, they're not. They're filled with rich wives and old movie stars, that's all.
No, I simply can't do that. I won't do that.
I guess I was wrong about you, Charles. I thought you loved your daughter, but I can see by your actions that you obviously don't.
Let me tell you, the minute he gave me that line, I made him pull off the road and let me out. What a maroon. What an ignoramus. What a nimcow poop. You know, we have to get together and do this more often.
Yeah.
You bring the dope and I'll bring the jokes.
I don't think I like that arrangement.
I do.
I don't like it at all.
Mrs. Cummings.
Is that who I think it is?
Yep.
Bye.
Hi, Liz.
Jenny came home a little while ago.
Really? I didn't know she was gone.
Jill, giving her that cigarette was not funny.
What joint? I didn't give Jenny a joint. She must be pulling your leg.
I'm afraid she wasn't.
Donna must have given it to her.
Which makes you just as responsible.
It was only Minnie's joke.
Jill, this is the last straw. I refuse to take any more of this.
What are you going to do, turn me in?
I should.
Well, I'm clean. I don't have any dope on me. You're the only one with the joint. Look out, there's a cop over there.
Come on, who are you trying to fool? I caught you looking at me when I came in.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Now, why would I do a thing like that?
I don't know. You tell me.
Did I say you would sit there?
You sure did. The minute I came in the door.
Oh.
Gil Prescott.
What?
My name. You were just about to ask me, so I thought I'd save you the trouble.
How thoughtful of you.
Thank you, Miss
Guess.
Carter. Sheila Carter.
You're fast.
You're right.
Well, hello.
Hi, Russ.
We met?
Look, perhaps another time. The lady and I were just getting acquainted.
Well, the lady and I just happened to be together.
True?
True.
Well, it's like I say. Respect where a woman is at, and she'll show respect back. Some other time, then. Count on it.
Miriam?
Nancy?
No, no.
They've all left me. I'm all alone.
Miriam.
No.
Please, let me help you.
Nobody can help me now. Nobody can help me. No.
Look at me. Look at me.
me. Let
Stop
go of
it.
me.
Look at me.
Help me. Help me.
Oh, Lord Jesus, help this woman. Miriam, look at me. Look at me. I will. I will help you.
Okay, I see. So this is what all this smiling was about. Why you're smiling so much, huh?
I was just playing along with him.
Well, what I saw was you making eyes at him. That's what seemed to be happening to me when I walked in and interrupted your little chat.
Which you did with such determination, Russ. Or maybe I should say finesse. I noticed that.
Did you also notice that I wasn't smiling at the time?
Yes, I did. And it was all because of an innocent little chat over someone I don't even know or even care about knowing.
So you were trying to tell me is that that this guy, whatever his name is, was trying to Gil. Oh, Gil. Oh. Well, Gil was just trying to be friendly.
That's right.
Well, I don't quite see it that way.
Well, you should.
Sheila, I think that it's time that we had a little talk.
What about?
Well, I guess that I'm kind of like a funny guy. When I make commitments to people, I'm very serious about them. And when I make a commitment, I expect the other person to be as serious about it as I am. Does that make any sense at all to you?
Yes.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that as far as you and I are concerned, Sheila, you are not taking our commitment as seriously as I am.
But I am, Russ. I take it very seriously.
Well, then I would just prefer that you didn't see anyone else. Okay?
I'll try.
Good girl.
You know, normally I wouldn't see a lawyer about something like this, but I figured under the circumstances, I better not take any chances.
Yeah. Yeah, Judge Slaymaker's been coming down pretty hard on you, members of your profession lately.
I don't know what her problem is. You know, talk on the street is she's all hyper because her old man got thrown in the can. I guess that just proves she's only a woman. And you know how we women are without our men.
Yeah. Who posted your bail, Miss Farley?
Ronnie, of course. But he's getting tired of it. He let Kim sit there for 2 weeks just to teach her a lesson. The only reason he sprung me was because my regulars kept asking where was I.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Listen, baby cakes, would you mind lighting somewhere? You know, you're making me dizzy.
Oh, sure.
I've seen unfaithful husbands that was less nervous than you. That's better. Now, what are you going to do for me?
Well, the first thing we're going to have to do is see if we can find you a job.
You don't think what I do is work?
Certainly, yeah.
You bet your caboose it is.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about something more of a conventional nature, office work. You do type, don't you?
Ain't you listening? I already got a job.
Yeah, well, Miss Farley, if I can convince Judge Slaymaker that you're gainfully employed, then I stand a lot better chance of getting you off.
Oh, you mean make me look legit?
Yeah, that's it, exactly, yeah.
Huh. Well, would I actually have to do this job, or could I just pretend?
Well, you'd really have to do the work.
But when would I have time for what I really do? I mean, you know, I got responsibilities, and Ronnie gets very upset if I don't pull my own weight, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. But for the time being, that's the way things are going to have to be.
Ronnie ain't gonna like this. He ain't gonna like this at all.
Well, if you're as valuable to him as you say you are, and he really wants to keep you around, he just hasn't got any choice.
No, he doesn't, does he? You know, it might not be so bad. I could use the rest. Imagine me working in an office. People talking to me with respect. Going out to lunch, getting a regular paycheck. You know, if it worked out, I might not have to go back to Ronnie.
Well, he's not going to be all that easy. I mean, I wouldn't call you exactly overqualified.
Well, there must be something I can do.
Well, you know, when I see a pretty woman sitting in my office, I just start thinking how much pleasanter it'd be to forget all about business and going out and have a fun evening.
But I really want to talk about this some more.
Like you said, maybe we can fix you up someplace where you wouldn't really have to do any work.
Now, that's exactly what I got in mind.
Yeah, now come on with me. After you get a couple of drinks, something to eat, I'm sure that you will see things my way. You know, it's been quite a while since we spent any time together, hasn't it?
The lasagna was great. I'm very impressed and very full.
Maybe Laura had a good teacher.
Excellent, in fact. Oh, I'm going to come over here more often if I get compliments like that.
I think that can be arranged.
Whether Ben's here or not. I didn't mean it.
That's all right. I can understand the frustration you feel when I can't make it home on time. But at least I made it here tonight.
That's true. But I hardly ever get to see you before 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
What about last week when I came home early for lunch?
Oh, that's right.
She forgets when I come home early. Can you believe this?
Oh, unthinkable, really.
Thanks a lot, Mom. I knew I could count on you.
Well, Ben knows I look out for both of your interests without partiality.
Yes, she certainly does. I can vouch for that.
Really? I'm not quite sure what that means, but thanks again, Mom. What are you going to do when Ben starts working at the clinic and you're not there to look after my interests?
Oh, I think he'll remember them.
Yes, well, I think things may be a little more hectic than either one of us may anticipate, Laurie.
Don't start talking like that already. You haven't even made the move yet.
I think the two of you will make it through the adjustment.
Well, with God's help, we will. After all, he's in charge of our lives.
That's for sure.
I'm really sorry that Peter couldn't make it tonight. It's been quite a while since we've seen him.
How's the shoulder?
Fine, fine.
What?
Well, every once in a while. You know, like when the trash needs to be taken out and the grocery bags need to be brought in. Well, he'll try to get out of it by telling me that his shoulder's beginning to hurt. So he doesn't want to take any chances of undue strain.
Bright guy, that son of yours.
He's got his routine well prepared, that's for sure.
He always did. Remember when he broke the switch on the TV and then said he couldn't help it because his muscles were so strong?
Oh, I sure do. You know, he was only 7. Pretty soon, Peter's going to be 18. You know, it's hard for me to realize that my kids are adults. You graduating from college and Peter from high school. Oh.
Has Peter heard anything about that scholarship?
Scholarship?
Peter didn't tell you?
Scholarship? What do you mean by scholarship?
Oh, Peter's going to want to kill me, but I thought he told you by now. Peter applied for a scholarship to Kingsley.
He did?
I guess he didn't want to say anything until he heard something. He didn't want to raise your hopes.
Scholarship.
I thought he would have heard something by now. It's been quite a while.
Well, if he hasn't mentioned anything to me. Oh, but that's what those papers were all about he was working on a while ago. He told me they weren't important, just something for school. You know, I wasn't sure that he was serious about going to college, but he must be. And that's something his father and I have wanted for him ever since he was born.
Well, did you notice what just happened?
What?
You've been laughing.
I did?
Well, that's the first real smile I've seen on your face in weeks.
Well, I have you to thank for that. I don't know how you did it either.
Well, I'm not going to tell you any of my tricks of the trade.
Well, you just keep practicing with your usual expertise.
Always.
You know, it's amazing what some clean tablecloths and a few hanging plants can do for a place.
What?
Oh, a few years ago, this place was a real dive.
Yeah, table for 2, waiter.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
No, don't look around, please.
Don't be silly. Oh, for heaven's sake. Harold has no sense of propriety at all. The very idea of him bringing somebody like that here.
Well, no one ever accused Harold of having too much class.
Say not.
Just pretend you don't notice him.
Well, if it isn't my old cellmate.
Act as if you don't know him.
Is this your new sugar daddy?
Charles! Hey, well, Charles, don't act like you don't know me.
This particular moment, I sincerely wish I didn't.
Well, I'd like to introduce to you Ms. Farley. Or, you already know her.
Well, perhaps we could skip the introductions for the moment. Really, Harold, you have no sense of decency. Why don't you take your consort somewhere else?
Hey.
Well, you got yours here with you.
Yeah, you can dress them up, baby cakes, but you can't hide what they are.
At least I can get dressed up, huh?
Yeah, Charles, I'm offended by your attitude. Now, my relationship with Miss Farley here is purely a professional one.
Yeah, don't get cute with me, Trixie. You know, you're riding high right now, but the old guy here is too smart to fall for that for very long.
The relationship Charles and I have is obviously beyond your comprehension.
Oh, don't use them $2 words on me, honey. It all boils down to the same thing.
Waiter, can you please find another table for this party?
Preferably in the alley.
Yes.
That's your territory, and
Hey,
it's...
hold it just a second. This party wishes to stay right where it's at. Maybe the two of you'd like to move, though.
We are in the middle of dinner, Harold.
I'm sorry, but there are no other tables available.
I am so furious.
Oh, come on, Nancy. Things like that happen.
Well, how could they let a woman like that into the Greenbrier?
Well, perhaps if they'd known, it would...
Had known. The only thing she didn't have was an ad on the back of her dress. Charles, I thought you wanted a nightcap.
Well, I changed my mind. It's late, and I think I ought to be getting back to the hotel.
Oh, but Charles, I thought that perhaps you might stay the night.
Well, no, not tonight. I have 3 meetings in the morning, and I want to make certain that I have time for Miriam.
Oh, well, you know, I thought that you could leave from here, at least.
I might not want to go.
But I wouldn't object.
I know that. No, I can't. I've got a full schedule, and I want to make sure that I see Miriam. But I'd like it if you'd join me. All right? I'll call you first thing in the morning, and we could go together before I go to the office. Good night.